Christmas season is here, so we're going to make the Italian anisette cookies. You can make them long, you can make them round, any size or any shape you want. Let me show you the ingredients. So you will need a half a cup of unsalted butter. It could be any type you want. You need 4 eggs at room temperature. Then you're going to need about 1/4 cup of shortening, okay? Then you're going to need some anise extract. If you're using the extract, don't use too much of it because it'll be too strong. So just use like about 1/2 teaspoon, not even, okay? That's anisette. Then you're going to need 3/4 cup of sugar, granulated sugar, 3 cups of flour, and then you need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Then you need 5 teaspoons of baking powder, okay? Then also you need about 2 cups of powdered sugar, some sprinkles, and about, I would say, 3 tablespoons of milk, okay? So let's begin. The first thing what I did, I mixed in here the baking powder and the salt. Mix it nicely together and put it aside. Then we're going to cream together the butter, and we're going to put in the shortening in there, about 1/4 cup. So I do it by eye anyway. So you mix it in right with the butter. Okay. So cream together these two. Okay, at this point, we're going to add the sugar. A little at a time. Mix it nicely together. Okay, now we're going to add 1 egg at a time. And we'll mix it nicely together. It's got to be all nice and creamy. If you want, you could also use the mixer, but because it gets heavy and with the flour, so I just mix it by hand. See how that's becoming nice and smooth. Now we'll add the next egg in. The last egg was in. See how nice and creamy it comes. Now we're going to put in the extract right in it. So we're just going to put in a little bit. You know what? Let me use the teaspoon. That's it. I'm not going to put any more than that. I would say about 1/2 teaspoon because this is very strong. And already smells really nice and anisette-y. Mix them well. Now that this is done, we are going to sift in the flour mixture with the baking powder and the salt. I usually sift it in here. So what I do, just put it in there. a little at a time, and mix it. This is the last of it. And that's it. I just mix it nicely. Now it's going to start getting a little hotter. Okay, now that it's all mixed, we're going to get a teaspoon of it or a tablespoon, whatever you want, depending on how big you're going to make them. Have yourself a dish ready or container with some flour, because in case it's sticky, you could always dip your hands in flour and roll them out easier. Okay, so let's roll these out. The cookie sheet here already ready, the oven preheating at 350. So I'm just going to make them with a teaspoon. There they are. And just place them right on the cookie sheet. Just keep on doing that. And spread them because they're going to get all nice and fluffier. Just roll them out like that. Okay, here they are. I got about 46 out of these. So now we're going to bake them at 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes. When they start getting a little gold underneath, you'll know that they're ready. You don't want them too burned. Okay, here they are. Kind of some of them just like, but you just separate them. It does not matter. That's how they're going to be. And then we're going to let them cool off. And then we're going to put the icing over it. Okay, and here, in a 2 cup of powdered sugar, I have 3 tablespoons of milk. You don't have to use milk if you don't want to. You could also use water, but I like to use milk. It's tastier. And while this is still nice and warm, because it gets hard like quickly, you're just going to start glazing them. You dip the cookie right in it, like that. Here it is. And just sprinkle the sprinkles over it if you want. Otherwise, you can leave them plain with just no sprinkles, or eat them just the way they are, like this. They're nice and soft. Delicious. Then just sprinkle the sprinkles over it. And here they are. Let them dry and put them in a tray, if you're making a tray, or just serve them. Enjoy them. Merry Christmas, everyone.